welcome back to my channel. Today is the 15th year anniversary of Mean Girls and their opening weekend. So, that is why I'm wearing the pink lipstick that doesn't necessarily go with my hair or my skin tone. But I'm still gonna rock it because, you know, Mean Girls. So, if you saw my last video, you know I was saving the one recipe that I tried from the Mean Girls Cookbook that I actually really enjoyed. And that recipe is for toaster strudel, or as in the book, it's called toaster doodles, I believe. Before I made this, I checked to see if the regular toaster strudel is vegan though, because if a product is already vegan, I would want you guys to go out and buy the product to support the company that decided to make an ethical decision. But I found out the toaster strudels actually aren't vegan, which I was kind of surprised about it, because it literally is like jam and pastry dough. So I don't know why it's not vegan. Maybe they put milk in the icing or something silly. I don't know. But I did make a really good vegan version from this book and it was pretty simple. So let me show you guys how I made it. So starting off with the filling, we're gonna take some cornstarch, a tablespoon of cornstarch, mix it with a tablespoon of cold water to make something called a slurry. And this is what it looks like. Then we're gonna take 3/4 of a cup of jam. Try to find one that is seedless, just because you don't want the seeds getting in the way of the consistency of the jam. And we're gonna toss that in there with the slurry that we just made. And we're gonna keep the heat down super low because we don't wanna burn the jam. So this takes about 15 minutes to let it slowly, gently ease into the process. They start to incorporate more. And it's not gonna start getting thick in the pot right away. It's gonna thicken up when we set it aside. So don't worry if it's still liquidy when you're done cooking it and it's all incorporated, because it should still be liquidy when it's hot. So this is what it looks like afterwards. It should be all set. Even if you turn the pot over, it's not gonna come out. So we're just gonna set that aside. And we're gonna take our pastry dough out. Just make sure you get a vegan one from the store. And then we're gonna cut that into 4. And it's kind of weird because the sheets are folded over each other. So naturally they want to go in 2/3, but you just have to kind of override that and kind of use your thumbs to put the seams back together. So I already made the first one before I realized the camera was off. So this is what it looks like. But let me show you exactly how I did it. And again, just make sure that the seam is all the way connected and you don't want that to break apart in the oven. We're taking some of that jam that we made and we're spreading that around, making sure that's mostly in the middle because we don't want it to spurt out the sides when we fold it. Just try to get all that jam out. And then you're going to use a fork and you're just going to keep the sides together this way by kind of like pinching it down. What I wish I would have done differently was add a little bit of water between the sheets, kind of like like when you're making ravioli or if you're making pot stickers, just to make sure they don't come undone, because after I baked them, they did kind of separate a little bit. You could tell that it wasn't all one piece. So definitely if you're making this, add some water to kind of seal the edges. But then that's what the finished product looks like. And I did that for all of them. With a package of the pastry dough, you should be able to make 8 of these toaster strudels. And these were actually a lot easier than I thought they were gonna be to make, and it was pretty fun to make, to be honest. I hate baking, but these were fun to make. Kinda helped that the dough was already done, but you know, cutting corners is sometimes fun. So there's my 8 beautiful toaster strudels. I greased the pan before I put it on just because I don't want them to stick. And you're supposed to throw them in the oven for 7 minutes at 425 degrees. It took mine a little bit longer, more like 10 minutes, because I didn't think they were golden brown enough. The middle did spurt out a little bit on some of them, as you'll see, but I think it's better that they're more golden brown than if I pulled them out earlier. So we're gonna start with the frostings. You're just gonna need a cup of powdered sugar, or confectioner's sugar, I think it's also called. I'm gonna put that in there. And the recipe asks for 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I think I got I got a solid tablespoon out of the small lemon I had. I did take out the seed if I ran into that. I just mixed that together, realized it would have been too citrusy if I kept adding more lemon juice, so I added some almond milk instead. And this is when the toaster strudels came out of the oven, so I just wanted to pull them out, show you how pretty they are. So I just let them hang out on this wire rack. So I had some red dye left over from when I made the stuffed intestines. If you want to check it out, the little link will be up there. But it did not turn out very pink. It turned out kind of neon pink, like a hot pink. But if you squint your eyes, it kind of looks orange. If you squint your eyes a different way, it kind of looks like red. But today, since it's Mean Girls Day, it is definitely a hot pink. So if you eat these right out of the oven, it definitely is super nostalgic. It does taste like a toaster strudel. I haven't had one since I was a kid, but it is spot on with the flavors. But if you let it sit for a while, I like how solid it is. It's more like a Pop-Tart. Now, I don't know if you can see. It turned out super cute, by the way. Can we just acknowledge how cute this is? Ooh, that filling though. Super good. Well, anyway, guys, I'm so glad that one of the recipes that I tried turned out. I originally was gonna do a video per day, like leading up to the anniversary, but it's okay. I think it still turned out great. We just have one recipe, and it's toaster strudels, which is so detrimental to the film. So I'm really happy with how these turned out. Anyway, guys, definitely try making these at home. If you do, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. It's the same title as this channel, Robert Zaisha, no spaces. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you next time. Bye!